Are you constantly chasing lab results and inflammatory markers? Are you tired of the endless doctor visits without answers to your chronic pain? Do you take anti-inflammatory medications every day but still live with chronic fatigue and joint pain? If you are ready for answers and a solution that works to heal your autoimmune symptoms, this episode is for you. Grab your iced coffee and pen and paper, and let's dive in. Have you tried everything to eliminate autoimmune symptoms like joint pain and digestion issues without relief? Are you struggling to keep up with the demands of life due to chronic fatigue? Does chronic pain keep you from doing the things you love in life? If you are feeling defeated and hopeless, you are not alone. I am Ashley Cavolo, a busy working mom who once struggled with debilitating autoimmune symptoms. I too felt like giving up after trying every possible solution without relief from symptoms like joint pain and stiffness, painful digestion issues, relentless chronic fatigue, and embarrassing brain fog, until it was time to stop allowing the pain to control my life. I dove into the root cause of autoimmune diseases and was shocked to find the answer is not found in endless doctor visits, harsh medications, expensive supplements, or strict food lists. The secret to healing autoimmune symptoms is found within the specific habits that reduce inflammation and heal symptoms quickly and naturally. I applied what I learned and found relief from my symptoms in a matter of weeks. 7 years later, I am living a pain-free life free of autoimmune symptoms. I turned this discovery into a self-paced program called the Autoimmune Reboot, where I share my secrets and my step-by-step process to help you heal your symptoms quickly so you can live a pain-free life. This podcast is for you if you are ready to eliminate joint pain so you can jump out of bed every morning pain-free. Heal and maintain a healthy gut so you can enjoy your favorite foods again without that uncomfortable bloat. Go from no energy and endless coffee breaks to an abundance of natural energy and stamina to tackle the day. Eliminate uncomfortable autoimmune symptoms such as bloating, brain fog, constipation, diarrhea, digestion pain, inflammation, joint stiffness, skin rashes, and many more. Living a pain-free life is easier and closer than you think. I can't wait to show you what I discovered. Refresh your coffee and let's dive in. So you will want a pen and paper for this episode. There is a common trend among people battling an autoimmune disease. Many are chasing test results and diagnoses. The majority of the people I talk to are in this boat as we speak. They are constantly in and out of labs and doctors' offices, having blood drawn, waiting for results to receive confusing answers and no true solution to heal their pain. This brings up more questions and less answers. It is like being on a hamster wheel that never stops, leading to stress, frustration, worry, and fear. This is a detrimental scenario for your nervous system, causing anxiety and stress. And it is a perfect storm for you if you're already battling an autoimmune disorder. The truth of the matter is that this hamster wheel, it is a mindset. It's not a bad dream or a string of bad luck, and this is why. When we are in pain or fear, our body is biologically wired to address the problem, and it goes into fight or flight mode. Stress hormones are released, and your brain is triggered to figure out a solution. So you become incredibly determined to find answers while stress increases. And when you are in this state of stress while battling chronic pain, this leads to chronic stress, increased inflammation, and your immune system kicks in to fight it. This is when your autoimmune symptoms flare and new symptoms appear. So this hamster wheel that you're on is triggering more chronic pain than answers, while your autoimmune disease continues to cause more damage. So instead of chasing test results and a diagnosis, you could be more focused on treating the root of your autoimmune disease, inflammation. So when you feed your body what it needs biologically, it has the power to heal itself. This is what it was designed to do. So when you feed it things like fruits, vegetables, movement, sunlight, and quality sleep, knowing how to eat the proper amounts of the different food groups to reduce inflammation, and avoiding inflammatory ingredients hidden in common foods are both powerful strategies. Your body can begin to heal from chronic disease and inflammation in just a matter of weeks, and many people can feel the difference that quickly. I teach the steps to do this in my program, the Autoimmune Reboot, so you can focus on healing your body instead, so you can live a pain-free life. So what can you do about this mindset today? I have a few steps for you to take, so let's dig into those. So instead of focusing on a test result and a diagnosis, start by asking yourself these questions. What have I done today to support my body? Then I want you to answer this question. Have I given my body what it biologically needs today? So that's whole foods, water, quality sleep, sunlight, stress reduction, and movement. And the last question I want you to ask yourself, where can I fit these habits into my day? So the key is finding ways to swap your old habits with these new habits. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Simply shift your habits that already exist to focus on reducing inflammation. So if you are ready to heal your autoimmune symptoms and get back to the life you are missing, join me in the Autoimmune Reboot. This is where you will learn to eat, sleep, move, and live to reduce inflammation and heal your autoimmune symptoms once and for all. Click the link in the show notes to get into the Autoimmune Reboot today, and I can't wait to see you there. I hope this podcast has helped you in your autoimmune journey. If you find value and inspiration in this episode, please leave a 5-star rating and review and share the episode with a friend. When you do, you are helping this podcast reach people around the world who are ready to live a pain-free life. The information and opinions shared in this podcast are for educational and informational purposes only. The content within this podcast is not a substitute for professional care. Always seek the advice of a physician or medical professional to answer health-related questions. Implementing the advice shared on this podcast should be done at your own risk. Actions taken by listeners as a result of the content shared on this podcast is not the responsibility of the host or creator. This podcast does not endorse and is not affiliated with treatments or products mentioned in this podcast unless otherwise specified. Products or treatments shared in this podcast are for informational purposes only. Always seek the advice of a medical professional for answers to product or treatment questions. All content, including but not limited to text, graphics, logos, and material shared under the Autoimmune Reboot podcast, is protected by copyright and all applicable laws. Any kind of unauthorized distribution or use of this content is strictly prohibited and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Listening to this podcast is acknowledging your agreement with these terms.